Establishing network connection.
Hello viewers, and thanks for joining me once again for a brand new episode of the Media Traffic Show. Hey, I'm Tracy Bond, your PR host doing the PR most, and you betcha I'm PR directing media traffic so that you can disrupt your out-of-control communications in order to build your media and public relations. Today, I want to talk about your future with PR. And your future in PR is going to necessitate that you flip your PR pitch. How's your business doing? How are you making hits? Future, one of Billboard's chart-topping hip-hop rap artists, with his hit track Mask On, Mask Off. The hit has got social media in a frenzy that has got. There's a phenomenon going on with public audiences that's social media trending, and it's got the future all up in it. Now, when I'm talking about the future of PR, with a successful, totally unplanned campaign such as the public has created and is sustaining by their interest and response to this challenge, PR planners should take notice to the influence one's brand or business, and in this case, artist personality, can have with audiences that are connected by identification with that which they're putting out. Music transcends so many cultures, ethnicities, and even languages because it carries its own vibration. And if you look at some of the demographic characteristics of those participating in this Mask Off challenge, you will find a beautiful array. At least that's the impression that I have when you see these young, gifted, skilled, and talents mixed internet users pulling out their instruments and doing classical and jazz variations of this rap music artist's hip-hop track. Take a look for yourself. It's social media trending, and there's a lot of notes that we can take from its viral success. Hard to ignore her response to that challenge. I would say not only did she rise to the occasion to participate and engage in it, she absolutely accepted it and brought her A game. Now, from a public relations perspective, we would look at this social media internet user as being one who was influenced absolutely But here's the magic in this whole dynamic. Her popularity by those wanting to join the challenge who follow that hashtag in a keyword search, they get to look at others who are participating, get inspired, get provoked. They contribute their content, and now you have the very artist's future also get involved. And now the influencer becomes the influenced, like the audience that he is attracting and that's consuming his hit track product, Mask On, Mask Off. And through this social media challenge, greater awareness is created. You absolutely have brand and business buzz about the artist, in this case being the spotlight persona. We hear his voice, we hear his style of music, and part of his story is that he wants to be identified as being different and creative. And here you have a young generation that has embraced that creativity. Now, some would say, if you listen to these hip-hop rap and hip-hop lyrics, explicit, and there's more than a hint at drug use and drug culture. But if we do our history, this has not been absent from our music, and I'm by no means supporting or condoning it. But I am saying that the success of these artists and the music products that they put out, they are making tons of money. And when they are topping the Billboard charts, you can put a marker on the fact that they have an acceptable and successful social identity with certain demographical groups. In the case of this social media challenge, the Mask Off challenge, if you follow this hashtag in your internet searches, you will find a plethora of participants, but you really can't be biased as to who they are that's participating by certain ethnic or cultural ascribed classifications or categories. They just love music. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. The music instrumentals that they are reinterpreting this Mask On, Mask Off track are being presented in ways that really put a spotlight on the gift, talent, and skill mix of the social media user. In this case, that artist's public. Brilliant. So, in discussing the future of PR and flipping pitches, you as a brand, business, or persona should change your perspective and your outlook, knowing that as you convey your information and you share your story with your audience, they can actually be your communications carriers. They will move media traffic to the destination that you want them to go by sharing that public spotlight with them, inviting them into the process of what you're producing for them. And when they get acknowledged and they are valued and they know they're valued, they become a part of your brand identity. And then for them personally, you become a part of their social identity. Now, we're living in a social time and culture where social identity can be everything. And I believe it is everything in identifying who your ideal audience is in your media and public relations planning strategies and your communications. How else, apart from social identity, will you be able to identify the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, and why your audience engages or makes lifestyle choices with different brands and businesses, ideally yours, the way that they do. You've got to look at their social identities because those are deeply resonant to who they believe that they are, and all the attributes that go together with social identity. It's important, and what's important to them should be chiefly important to you. Make sure that you're sharing, just like in a marriage, that you are sharing values so there's a congruent and harmonious meeting of mindsets as well as missions. Both want to achieve, but both want to benefit. Oh, what a media melding. And here's where the glory comes. Media pays attention because media is focused on what is valuable to their audiences, the power of public perception, especially that's positive in its psychology and how they think and what they embrace. That's going to help them move their communications. That's going to drive media traffic to those outlets. And that is exactly what you want. A responsive public, a responsive audience that will effortlessly help the media to take notice of you, the who's who that you are, and the social business relevance of that activity that you do, that meaningful work that you do. Human interest is key here. When you craft your pitches, you want to make sure that you haven't flipped off that which is human interest. Because for many media outlets, they get it. The future of PR is facing that consumer. And we're not talking about B2B publications and special trade outlets that applies. But for general public opinion, you always want to be facing the public with positive human interest stories. Because at the end of the day, your business entity is not a person, but you, that business owner, or that decision maker, that CEO, that personal brand, carry the social business responsibility of identifying with your humanity, in which you conduct your business, relate to, and identify. And then, like Future, everyone can smile at that bottom line. Oh yes, that bottom line return will not have a flat line, but a curved upward smiley face to indicate there's mutual value and satisfaction on all fronts. This is the future of PR. So as you plan your pitches, always keep your targeted audience in mind. And when you end up earning and inherit a flow of an audience demographic that you couldn't have anticipated identifying, oh, you've got a bonus to your buzz. Oh, you're in the acceptance club. And you too, like Future, with his new mask on, mask off challenge that I believe is going to be the social internet hit, especially in the music industry for this 2017 year. You'll be able to use his success as a case study model that you may want to apply to your own media and public relations campaign. Always being mindful that your goal is to build relationships. And like most millennials, which I really want to point out and mention here, who have identified strong ties and social identities with some of the top business brands in our global market, you want them to become loyal. And they want to be loyal to you so long as you keep delivering the values that they feel that they share with you. Consumers are smarter, but you're going to have to work harder if you want to get their attention. So, develop your story well, earn your media, begin to engage those that you want to follow you and interact with you, not only transact with you. And let them see what you're all about. Maybe time for you to take that mask off and show how creative your communications, planning, and relationship building can be.